And yeah, we're going to start the workshop itself. Request for the PR participation. I just request for the public relation participation. This workshop is on how we handle requests for the NA participation from governmental and non-government organization, or what we normally hear NGO. The idea for this workshop came from the email exchange in November 2020 on the APF Public Relations email list, which is available to NA member in the Asia Pacific Forum. From here, I will hand over to Amitabh.
Yes, thank you, Nita. Once again, my name is Amitabh. I'm a recovering addict, and I am part of the APF Asia Pacific Forum Public Relations Work Group. Okay, now it's interesting that an area which is part of a region of the APF sent us a request to, they basically wanted experience from us. And this is what every community can do in the Asia Pacific Forum. If you have any questions on PR, you can send it to us at pr@apfna.org. And we have a lot of experience. There are many people throughout our community who have PR experience, and we try and gather that experience and give you a perspective. So like Nita said, in November last year, the Imphal area ASC, Imphal is part of the NERF, which is the Northeast Regional Forum. There are two regions in India. One is Sosona and one is NERF. So Imphal ASC is a part of NERF, and they sent us a request. They got a request from this organization called Kangla Online. Now, Kangla Online is a platform on Facebook. It's an organization that exists on social media, and they host a talk program for various social topics. They're a socially based community organization. They are a non-profit social group, and they raise awareness of social issues that affect society through social media, right? Through different channels in social media. Hence the name Kangla Online, because they are exclusively online, but they, invite people to speak on various social topics. And in this case, they were hosting a series of talks, which was called Rethinking the War Against Drugs. We've all heard this, that, many governments talk about the war against drugs. So the invitation was for the Imphal PR committee to speak on Narcotics Anonymous. And the invitation was not that the PR committee was going to be speaking on the war against drugs, because, we have no opinion on the war against drugs, because that is an outside issue. So the invitation was for the PR committee to come online and speak about Narcotics Anonymous. And this was understood by Kangla Online. They knew that Narcotics Anonymous doesn't have an opinion on the war against drugs. So they wanted NA to speak about recovery from addiction. So the Imphal ASC refused the invitation, stating that making a presentation under the banner of Rethinking the War Against Drugs could be a violation of our 10th tradition, that NA was taking a stand on an outside issue, and that outside issue being thinking the war on drugs, rethinking the war on drugs. Also, there was a concern in the PR committee of the 11th tradition, that the anonymity of the PR members who were going to be making that presentation was not going to be guaranteed. So it was obviously going to be a video kind of presentation. So the members were concerned that their anonymity could be broken if they went and made that presentation. So this is the situation, okay? This is the reason why we are doing this workshop, because we felt that a lot of communities get these requests from NGOs, from professional organizations, asking us or our PR committees to come. And so how do we take a decision? What do we do, right? So that's what this workshop is about, right? And so our intent today is to examine the decision-making process for a PR committee in accepting or declining opportunities to share the NA program. And the last thing I want to say is that when we were watching the video, you know, one of the things in the video was that we are not a secret organization, right? Narcotics Anonymous is not secret. You know, we exist and we want the world to know that we exist. So this is important, right? So that is why we accept or we decline depending on what our process is.